Oof. Oh my days. Yo, it's literally looking at an alternate skin Mbirchy type thing. You've got the classic moustache out to play, you know, PC Bobby vibe. And then a bit of a goatee almost, I guess, for the goat. This thing around my neck, which I wish I could say is a blue karate belt, but it's just a strap I've got around, and then I kind of support my arm like this. And look at it, man. That's a GG right there. Like, is finished. It is finished. Oh my god. So as you can see, you've got this sort of curve or whatever, and that's my wrist sort of having to be sort of curved like that to make sure that the bone correctly repairs in the correct way. Yo, Mbirchy, how did you manage to break your wrist? That's a good question, man. See, the way that it all came about was there was this league match, which was kind of like these 7-a-side AstroTurf leagues. And there happened to be a couple of spaces to fill in, and I was available to go at the time, so I thought, you know, might as well hop on down. So I get there and I'm feeling it. Like, it's got a vibe. We go into the first game, and the team that I was playing for was, like, relatively near the bottom of this league because it was done in sort of a league structure. And then the first team that we played, I think we won like 5-1 or 6-1 or something like that, and I scored 3 of the goals. I was literally playing some Guardiola strat, sitting in the middle, just playing the passes, all of that, and then also eventually coming forward as well, you know, rapid pace. You already know your boy Mbirchy. There was this time I literally just knocked the ball forward, sprint past the defence, keeper comes out, and I just get this like toe poke to get it in. I was going to hit him up with a little shush emote, but I think that would have gotten pretty pissed, I'm not going to lie. It would have been funny, but the chaps are actually pretty decent lads they're up against. So that was the first game. We win it something like 5-1, 6-1. We come up against these next lads, and before the game, I'm warned. This guy comes up to me and he's like, yo, these next guys that we're playing are pretty sick. Like, these next guys are top of the league. The top dogs, you know? And they're whiffing away. They're not really allowing anyone else to step on their turf. So I was like, yo, okay, let's see what they've got. And it turns out they were really the top dog because I think they're about 5-1 up in the first 10 minutes. So yeah, but, I mean, the way that they're playing is they're very aggressive. They're pressing really well. Our team just didn't have the stamina or anything like that to keep up. At the end of the day, these are proper tryhards, probably playing for like some Division 1 team. And basically what happens is I decide to switch from the CDM role to go for like a right wing. I'm kind of just like, yeah, you know, whatever. We're 5-1 down anyway. And I'm getting the ball, and I take it past this lad. I literally just sprint past him. You already know about that 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed going for your boy. And as I take it past him, but he literally goes from behind, and he like pushes into the back of me, and then I kind of like stumble off balance. I kind of like spin around, fall off balance, and then all of my weight lands on this hand here that got sent to Rip City. I mean, as you can imagine, if you're sprinting and all of a sudden all of those G's, you know, the GG's coming out to play, the G-force, and I'm not talking about those little, what are they, like hamsters from the film or something. All of that G-force is gonna, all of those little hamsters sitting on my hands, bang against the ground. And then that was pretty much Rip City for my wrist. And I knew as soon as I'd done it type thing that it was pretty much GG territory. I was just like, yo, oh my days. The ref comes up to me, he's like right up in my face like this. He's like, yo, oi, can you feel your fingers, mate? Can you feel your fingers? I'm like, oh my days, is this something that can seriously happen? I'm feeling my fingers. I'm like, yeah. I'm Gucci, but I'm holding my wrist kind of like this. Like just flopping like that. I'm just walking, I'm like walking out. My bag's on the other side of a pitch, and I'm just walking out with this excruciating pain. Let's not get this twisted. This is excruciating pain when you break your wrist. I mean, it's kind of a given, I guess, breaking any bone. But I'm just like, dude, let's just roll out of here.
Autobots, roll out.
This lad was kind enough on my team to take me down to where, like, you get picked up or whatever. My dad picked me up. Gave me some ibuprofen, which is supposed to be like a good, effective painkiller. And it wasn't really at all, to be honest, at least for the first hour. I'm sitting there in A&E, and it takes, if those of you that have been to A&E, you know it takes ages. You're literally sitting there. And in this case here, I'm sitting here with, like, my arm in excruciating pain still because the ibuprofen hasn't kicked in. But I just hate the way that, like, you go through the first bit, right? And then you go to a person and they'll just confirm what you already know. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've broken the wrist. It's like, oh yeah, you probably have type thing. Now we're gonna get you booked in for an X-ray. And then it's like, oh cool. And then you're sitting there for another hour. So it's like you've just waited an hour to confirm pretty much what you already know. And then you get the X-ray or whatever. I mean, it just seems a bit, it does seem a bit dumb. But at the same time, you know, it is a free healthcare system and there's going to be loads of people there. I say that, it was really late at night. There was pretty much like nobody there. I think they were actually short-staffed at the time as well. Pretty much after I get seen the first time, I sit back down, sitting there with my arm just in a bit of pain. Like, at this point, the ibuprofen's starting to kick in a little bit. But it's still hurting, obviously. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to be sat here for 5 hours, I'm not just going to be staring into space because I can't stop sort of thinking about the pain. So I've got to have something to distract me. So I ended up actually getting an Amazon Prime free trial and just watching the Pep Guardiola documentary. I think I watched like 4 episodes of it and they're all like an hour long. And the thing is that it doesn't really show that much of a tactics, which is what I'm really interested in. But it was just quite cool to see behind the scenes. However, the one problem, which was a big problem, is that obviously me watching this TV series, I'm trying to take my mind off the injury, right? And literally, in the series, almost every second, there is an injury. And it's like they show them going into surgery. And I'm literally sitting here, you know, like that cringy feel, like that cringing sort of feeling where you're just sat there with like an injury and you're just like, oh, like just thinking of it like that. And then it was like showing Benjamin Mendy who had to have like surgery on his knee. And I'm sitting there like, oh, please. So we eventually get the x-ray results from this chap and he basically says, you know, you've broken your bone and we need to fix it by putting it in a cast and also giving you some gas at the same time. And I was like, yo, what's this going to be? Like, is it going to put me to sleep? And to be honest, they didn't really make it very clear at all. Like, I didn't really know what it was going to be. So the doctor said it was going to be quite a long time just because we need someone to give you gas, someone to put the cast on and someone to put the splint in or something like that. So he said it could be quite a while. And at this point, it's already 1 a.m. We arrived there about 8:30. So I thought we were really going to be in it for the long haul until like 4 a.m. or something. But luckily, about 20 minutes later, they happened to have everyone that was able to do it available. So it's quite literally just 20 minutes later. The first thing that they tell me to do is actually to try out this sort of gas. So they have like a canister and then like a breathing mechanism to breathe it in or whatever. And I didn't really know for some reason. I don't know whether they did say it and I just wasn't focusing at the time. But I didn't know whether this gas was going to like knock me out or what. Like, I honestly had no clue. The two things I was thinking it was going to be is that it could either knock me out or it was just going to like numb the pain and that was it. But what it ended up being was like, it gives you this high, like a high type feeling. Which is just crazy. Like, it's honestly really weird. But so I'm literally just breathing it in for like a second. And I didn't really feel too much. I was like, in fact, I pretty much felt nothing. And then they were like, yo, you need to be breathing it in much more than that for the test. So I was like, they were like, you know, breathe it in a couple times. And then I breathe it in a couple times. I start to feel like a little something. And then from this, it's like, they say it's a test, but what they're doing is they're basically getting you into it, basically. Because they're like, all right, now keep breathing it. Because I kept just like breathing it and then putting it away. They're like, no, you need to keep breathing this stuff in. So I had it sort of constantly on my mouth, breathing it in and out. And then you really start to feel it. Like, it is really, really weird. I was sitting there like thinking, damn, I got to tell my friends about this. Like, this is crazy. And then basically what they, if you can imagine, I have my arm out here. Is they start sort of like manipulating my arm into the position for the cast. And I do feel a bit of pain at first, so I start like breathing in a bit more and it kind of takes away the pain feeling, so it kind of cancels it out. And you know, it's all going well, as you do. It's all sort of going to plan. And then I get to this point where I'm feeling like really sort of high up type thing on this gas, that I decide to kind of just like pull it away from my mouth. And I just thought like the effects would linger type thing, because I was, like I say, just like so high on whatever this gas was. I have it away from my mouth for probably like 10 seconds. And in this time, I didn't even know this, but the gas drastically declines in its effects. So if you can imagine, you're like all the way up here in this like high feeling on this gas. And then you suddenly just drastically go back to reality. And then I hit the point of reality and like, you know, being sensitive and like feeling or everything happening. Like, nothing's happening. So I thought they were actually finished. I thought they were done. And then all of a sudden, he twists my arm and I just get the craziest pain. I'm literally sitting there like it's like it suddenly like snapped back to reality. The craziest pain as he suddenly twists it. I'm like, oh my days. I grabbed the thing and I literally just like breathe like crazy. Oh my, like just to take away the pain. And then they were like, yo, you might want to slow down a bit, like you're going a bit quick there type thing. And So then eventually I did slow down, and that was pretty much that in the end. But literally, I will never forget that pain. That pain was excruciating. Like, for about 4 seconds or something, that pain, oh my days, is something that I wouldn't wish upon anyone, man. So I've pretty much been in this cast for about a week and a half, something like that. And I can't really play games. That's the thing, is that there was a dude as well in A&E who had just been to the same football thing, but I don't think he was playing in the tournament that I was, and he injured his foot. And I was thinking, dude, I would quite happily trade this wrist injury for a foot injury, because I barely move around anyway. I'm sitting pretty in the house. And also, everything I do is based on using my wrist, like Fortnite and FIFA. Everything to do with YouTube is all based on using my wrist, as well as also, you know, other recreational activity. Fuck. Like, what's going on with the channel? What is going on with the channel, man? I haven't uploaded, how long's it been now? Let's have a little look. I think it might have been over a week. I mean, yeah. Oh my days. Oh my days. What? The Paris vlog was uploaded 4 weeks ago, and I've not even made the second day. Oh my days. That's my bad. That video was a banger as well, according to you chaps. Yeah, I haven't uploaded in about a week and a half or something like that. So, obviously, this being the first upload, I'm going to be uploading the Tryhards Road to Glory still. I can play, just not very well. It's going to be peak. There's no way I'm finishing Elite. I might try and play a bit of Foot Champs. You can play one-handed. If you think about it, you can kind of control, like, the left analog stick, maybe with my pinky finger of it. I don't know, man. It's a piss take. Oh, my God. But yeah, we'll keep the Road to Glory going, but I'm also going to be experimenting with other types of creative videos, because I just can't play games very well right now, and one of the reasons I play games is for the competitive aspect. I love being sick at a game. I love being the best in the game, and I can't really do that on Fortnite or FIFA right now. But yeah, chaps and chapettes, that is going to be the end of the episode. I'll see you maybe like in a day or two. Oof.
Your boy is low-key best in the game, A. 2 mil subs and we rise into fame, A. Just flexed on a solo squads today. You against me? You better pray. Don't step on my turf, I'm just too good for you, chap. I need a flipping nerve, you're gonna get a slap.